Everyone, it is Wednesday, February 21st, 2018, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a great day. I'm in a really good place and excited for a productive session as usual. Did get sidetracked a little bit earlier today dealing with some moving logistics. I was really doing my best not to let that impact my music time, and I realize now in retrospect I could have been wiser about that, and so I'm going to add that to my error log. I keep a log on my phone. I just have a note called personal error log where I just write down like when I make mistakes, like decision making mistakes or just prioritization mistakes, things like that. And then I write why I made the mistake, and then I'll build a new habit. And as far as I know, the best way to kill off old habits is not to try to change the old habit. It's actually to try to replace it with a new, better habit because old habits die hard, which I believe is true. But the more you practice that new habit, the more your brain gets in the groove of that. And our brains are lazy. They just want to keep doing whatever they've been doing. And if we get over that initial sort of resistance to something, then the brain rewires, and then your good habit, your new habit, becomes the easiest thing for you to do. So you can kind of capitalize on your brain's laziness if you know how to do that. So confident I can, get up to the next level starting tomorrow, and I'm excited. Um, did take care of some important stuff. Now I'm going to hit some online classes, update you guys with what I'm doing there. Going to hit a quick guitar practice, share my progress as I typically do. Going to dive into the production front and track some. Well, actually, I'm probably going to listen to the drum takes from yesterday, see how I'm feeling about those, maybe alter those a little bit, and or just start working on the next section and come back tomorrow and retrack anything I want to retrack from yesterday. And I think it can be helpful for me to break sections up a little bit like that instead of just pounding away on one section for like 4 or 5 days in a row. Um, I'll let you guys know what I decide. Then gonna take a break, gonna dive back into the production front, finish editing yesterday's vlog. Then going to listen back to yesterday's guitar solo edits that I did, which sounded good on the vlog, but I'm concerned a little bit about the details of that. But overall, it's sounding really great. And I think I probably will sit down and just do 3 to 6 more takes quickly just to see if I get anything better. And if I don't, I'll probably just stick with what I have for now and move on. And then I am going to start working on the new tune, which I'm really stoked about. It's got a killer vibe. And as much as I wanted to do, as I would really like to do 2 up-tempo numbers for this record, which I may end up doing, because I have sort of 2 down-tempo, sort of laid-back tunes already, I may end up just doing 3 complete songs and then doing like 2 or 3 ambient pieces to complement it. That definitely does take the pressure off me as far as finishing tracking before the end of March goes, because I strongly doubt I'm going to be able to get another tune written and tracked. It is possible, but anyway, I'll just do the best I can. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions as we go, and I'll update you guys in a few with what I accomplish. Here we go. All right, overall positive first half of the day. I was late to the session, so that hurt me, but I jumped into some online classes and just was reading more about album budgeting, things like mixing, mastering, vocal production, currency exchanges if you're hiring people overseas, all that stuff is good to factor into your budget. Website design, advertising, social media tweaks and stuff, and all those little details really matter. But the thing I'm trying to do right now is really just be all of that for myself. So the nice news about that is it doesn't cost me any money. I don't have to hire anyone to do it. It maybe cost me some money of taking some classes and increasing my knowledge, but the thing it does cost is time. It won't be done as quickly, but it'll be done to my standards, and if I do eventually decide to hire someone else out, I'll know kind of what they're doing and be able to speak the language. I was talking about this in yesterday's video about photography. So my long-term vision is to be able to self-produce, self-create like anything I want at the drop of a hat instantaneously. So, I have an idea, I sit down, boom, flesh it out, sketch it out, record it, mix it, master it, boom, publish it, market it, bam, and it all just happens. And so I'm really working on streamlining that process, and I really want to be able to do all those things myself at a really high level. So that does take time, but the time I'm investing now is an investment in the sense that down the line I'll be able to do that type of thing much easier and faster, and then eventually hopefully I'll automate it, or I'll find some people who I really love and I'll just learn along the way. So that's good news, and I'm excited to continue with that process. I'm super deeply interested in all that stuff, filmmaking, music video shooting. Like, I want to know. I want to know it all. I'm really excited. So from there, I skipped my guitar practice because I was behind. Skipped over my master classes for the day of photography and the Stephen Curry ones because I was behind. Not going to make that mistake if I can avoid it in the future. Jumped into listening to my drum takes from yesterday, and they were really good. I think one of them is going to make the record. And yeah, I'm just really happy that I was able to sit down in one shot and just knock that out. I've never really done that at that level before, and that was huge to sit down from concept to completion that quickly. So I'm really excited about that. Bodes well for the future, and of course dovetails nicely with what I was talking about, that complete production timeline, just streamlining that. Then I listened to the bridge part that I'm writing drums for, and I thought I was going to have to re-edit the horn section in there, but it turns out I already did that. Yay. So that was really great news. It's feeling and sounding really, really good. So I just sketched out a drum part, started sketching out the parts, tried a couple different ideas. I'll sleep on it, jump in tomorrow, and hopefully just knock it out like I did yesterday. So going to take a break and have some food and jump back in a few. All right, extremely productive second half of the session. It's amazing what I can accomplish when I just set myself up for success and actually stick to my timing plan for the day. So for sure, that's the number one goal going forward. Jumped into editing yesterday's video. That was great. Made a new Instagram post for my Music Vlogs Daily Instagram. Started writing a new sort of like long form post for my Aeons Instagram page, and I'm really enjoying using Instagram as almost like a blogging format where I can have a picture with sort of like a little blurb or an idea, and then I can explore that idea in the caption. And it's just more appealing to me for some reason than just like general blogging, but I may get into that as well. I'm not sure. From there, I got into tracking some more guitar solos, and yeah, the takes I did tonight, I did listen back to them. I rarely listen back to them right after a tracking session, but I did listen back to them, and it sounds like it's a definite improvement over what I had previously. So I think what I'm going to do is tomorrow, if I'm feeling up to it, and or the next day, or possibly Saturday, I don't know, but at some point in the next few days, I'm going to sit down and do some more takes for that and see if I can get a final take, because none of the ones I did tonight felt like they were quite where I wanted them to be. They were darn close though, so I think I'll sit down tomorrow and try to knock that out for good. Then I got into working on the new tune, and I was just trying to figure out what key the demo is in, which usually isn't that difficult to do, but for some reason was a big challenge. And last night I thought almost certainly it was in G, then tonight I thought actually it's probably in E, and then it turns out I'm pretty sure it's in F sharp. And I'm probably just going to do it in F sharp because even though it's really comfortable to play on the neck in G, the last tune that I just finished starts off in G and is kind of a funky number, and it's sort of not a similar riff, but it's related enough that, you know, it's kind of a minor pentatonic-y Dorian type thing. And so is this. It's at a different tempo, but I would just love for it to be in a different key. And it wasn't quite sounding right in E. Part of the riff also really is reminiscent of another artist's song, which I listened to, and turns out that's probably in G or maybe C, which is a very related key. So I just didn't want it to be in G, so I was really trying to find something else. So I'm happy. I'm pretty sure it's an F sharp. I would strongly prefer to work in that key rather than E or G. And yeah, I guess I just want to stay faithful to the demo, but also make sure that the overall record doesn't sound boring, you know. So yeah, that was great. Started working on the riff a little bit. It's coming together. I think once I know what key it's in, then I'll be able to start fleshing out the parts, because there's quite a few variations in the demo on that theme which should be fun. And there's a lot of really fun ideas in this tune, and it's the type of tune I've been wanting to make for a while, sort of like an up-tempo, funky number, but still with like some heaviness and some grit. So I'm excited. I think this is going to be really fun to work on this song, and it's probably going to be a lot of work, like all my tunes have been recently. But I'm stoked for the process. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing, just improving it day by day. I'm happy to say that I am getting better at working, and working efficiently, and working smart, and working well and hard, and all that good stuff that hopefully creates really great results. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more. Can't wait.